Are you still trying to buy a home? Maybe you got out of the ring halfway through 2021 and now you're ready to jump back in now that it's 2022, and maybe you didn't stop in the fight to buy a home. This video's for you. We're going to run through some things you'll need to tune up for the housing market 2022. We're going to discuss some honest soul searching questions you need to answer. We're going to tell you what we predict the housing market 2022 is going to look like. And stick around to the end because we're going to run through some hot tips coming from an active listing agent and an agent who's helped several buyers throughout 2021 and into 2022. Hey there. Christian Walsh, real estate agent with Wire Associates. We've been there since the beginning. We've been helping buyers and sellers and tenants and landlords make the best decisions in these crazy days. And we're here with a big update. We know there's plenty of people out there still in the ring trying to duke it out and get their own home. This video isn't for the naysayers who say don't buy ever, values are going to drop immediately tomorrow. If that's who you are, go ahead and click and move on to the next video. This is here to help those who've been fighting hard. My heart goes out to you. So if you're ready to get back into the ring in spring buying season 2022, hit that like button and let's get started. First off, what to expect this spring buying season for 2022. And I'm going to be realistic with you, and this is not a rosy picture for buyers. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it's going to be tougher than it was going into spring 2021. The reason is lack of inventory. And you can see we just did our market update for Southern California, and you can see where inventory is. It's at record lows. Here's Orange County, for example. We also did an interview with Mike Simonson from Altos Research, and he showed that we're at record low levels for inventory. So it's going to be very, very tough. The fact that interest rates are starting to go up is actually going to increase the amount of demand, because what's happening is folks are saying, hey, rates are going up. I better hurry up and get off the sidelines and get in there to lock in a low rate before it gets even higher. So we have seen a recent surge in mortgage applications. But not all is lost. You've made it this far, so let's use what you've done. Let's use your advantages to make sure that you get the home you want in 2022. You are a hardened veteran in the buying process. By now, you've written lots of offers, and maybe you got a few that were close to being accepted. You're scouring the internet for any home that's out there. You jump in the car to do a drive-by, and you do one walkthrough, and you're ready to write your offer. This is a big advantage because you've been so close, you know how to write offers. You actually have a big advantage over those new buyers that are coming to the market that haven't been through that education. So remember that you have that advantage, that you've been down this road. Don't give up yet. If truly buying a home is what it will work for you, you have a leg up on all those new buyers. So make sure you remember that when the going gets tough. Speaking of the ones that got away, we all have those stories, and I'd love to hear yours. Put it in the comments below. I want to know about the one or two or three or more that got away when you were close. It's important to actually revisit those situations and see, is there anything you could have done differently? In many cases, the answer is no. You got beat by somebody who showed up with a wheelbarrow of cash at the last minute or some other crazy story. But make sure you review those. I know they sting. Go back though and take a look and see, is there anything you could have done differently in those situations? And then also discuss with your agent and see. You may find there's nothing, but at the very least, if there's one or two small tweaks that you could make from those lessons, that may help you to land a home much sooner. Make sure you get a reapproval on your pre-approval. And by this, I mean you've got to be speaking with your lender. As interest rates are going up, you're going to find that it's going to change the payments for a home that you want to buy. And rates are going to be kind of all over the place right now. They're going to go up, they may back off again, and they may go up even more. Keep getting that pre-approval refreshed so you know exactly what you can afford, so there's no surprises if and when you do get that property locked up. The last last thing you'd want to see is that it falls out because of an issue over payments. So definitely reach out to your lender and get a reapproval on that pre-approval and keep it fresh. I know it can get very, very exhausting, and you may say, that's it, I give up. I'm going to go buy the RV I've always wanted or buy whatever you've always wanted. I encourage you to stay strong. This will make it difficult for you to afford that home. If it changes your debt to income ratio or it eats up a big chunk of your down payment, resist that temptation. You've come this far. If buying a home is what makes sense for you, then don't cave to those temptations. It's also time to review the members of your team, and by that I mean your lender and your real estate agent. And it isn't necessarily your lender or real estate agent's fault if you haven't been able to lock up a home by now. So you can't necessarily blame them, but take an honest look and see. Are they both being highly responsive? Are they there for you when you want to go look at a home? And I know at this point in time you're being selective. You're only going to look at homes that look like they're going to be good candidates. If you feel like you're getting honest and timely updates from your lender and real estate agent, definitely time to be honest with yourself. I know these people have potentially worked hard for you to get to this point, but you have to make sure to get across the finish line if they're going to be the right person to make that happen. You could also have a good heart-to-heart discussion with both your lender and your real estate agent so that you guys are on the same page going into this year about expectations and where you think things are headed. Be time to have a good heart-to-heart about this. Time for some soul-searching questions. And again, you have to be honest with yourself on these. Does buying a home still make sense for you? And by this, I mean, you know where prices have gone in your local area, and you now know what you can afford based on where prices have gone in your area. Be honest with yourself. Is it all about just winning the race? Is it all about just getting a home at this point? Or is it actually about buying something that still makes sense? Are there going to be enough bedrooms, bathrooms? Is the home going to work for you for the next 5 to 10 years? Which, in my opinion, that would be the most prudent, is to buy a home that's going to work for you for at least 5 to 10 years, if not longer. So if you've got twins coming and you're trying to buy a one-bedroom condo, probably not a good idea. So be honest with yourself if it still makes sense to buy a home. If it doesn't in your area, maybe you expand the areas you're looking in. Maybe you make a major lifestyle change and move somewhere else. Or maybe you just hunker down, lock in a lease as long as you can, or stay where you are, whatever that situation may be, as long as you can, until things change. Now, there's nothing on the horizon that we can see that looks like things will change anytime soon. But values can't go up forever, and maybe there will be some other circumstances in your life that change so that you can afford the home you want. So be honest with yourself. Make sure you're in it for the right reasons and it still makes sense for you to buy a home. And here's some tips from me as an active listing agent, and I've also helped buyers throughout 2021 and 2022. I want to share with you some things that may make a difference, and you may already be doing all these things, but if you're not doing some of these, then make sure you incorporate these and they will increase the chance of success early 2022 in getting you a new home. I'm sure by this point in time you've been beat by cash offers, and at the end of the day there isn't much difference between a financing offer and a cash offer to the seller. They get the money the same either way. But the big difference is typically a cash offer can close faster and there's fewer hurdles. What you need to do if you're financing the purchase of the home is you need to shorten things up as much as you can related to the loan. So talk to your lender. There's programs out there where you can be fully underwritten, so all they need is a property address and some stuff about the property and you're good to go. Also discuss with your lender and see if they can apply for an appraisal waiver. Now, of course, they'll need an address, but this could make a big difference on not needing to have an appraiser go out to the property. Ask the lender, have a good heart-to-heart discussion. How quickly can we remove loan contingency and how quickly can we realistically close the deal? In some cases, these fully underwritten programs, you can close as soon as 17 days. This makes it pretty darn close and maybe beats some of the cash offers out there. Another important one, and you may have lost out on a property without knowing why. Make sure you don't write a blind offer. A blind offer is where you haven't gone to the property to see it in person. In this market, I know a lot of people are doing that. They just want to get an offer in and they've missed out on so many, they might as well throw one in. But a good listing agent is going to catch you in this. It's easy for us to see if your agent has gone into the home to show it. So make sure that you're not writing any blind offers. Go see it in person, even if it's 5 minutes in the middle of the night. Get your eyeballs on it. That will also help you write a better offer as well. Waive the contingencies you can and shorten up the contingency periods you can. I don't recommend you go into a deal with no contingencies. That's not how we do real estate in Southern California. And I know a lot of places throughout the country it's the same way. A buyer should be able to do some due diligence, but shorten it up as much as you can. For example, an inspection contingency. If you can get that done in 5 days or less, that's going to make a big difference. Now, as the market gets busier, it's going to be tougher and tougher to get an inspector there that quickly. But if you have the right agent, they're going to have the relationships to get someone there to make sure you can do your due diligence as quickly as possible. This could make a big difference on whether you get the property or not, and it shows that you're a very serious buyer when you're willing to waive and or shorten those due diligence periods. Write your best offer first. As they say, put your best foot forward. You may not get a counter offer, so now's not the time to try to go in and negotiate a little bit. You got to go in with the biggest number you can. I like to call it a walk-away offer, where basically if you don't get it, you feel like you've put your absolute best offer in and you can walk away and feel good about what you've submitted. Have your lender call and at the very least leave a message for the listing agent. And this is one that I appreciate because as a good listing agent, we have to vet all the loan approvals that come across our desk for our clients. If we hear from the lender, that's a good sign. It shows that this is a very responsive lender. And in their message, let us know how solid you are as a buyer and let us know that they've been working with you for a while, that this isn't like the first letter they've written for you and they don't have any of your stuff. So that is something we appreciate as a listing agent. So have your lender call and tell us how great you are. Right now, we know that there are a lot of buyers because of the competitive nature of the market that are just coming in to lock up a property, then they'll do their due diligence and see if they want to keep it. It's kind of the old lock it up and leave it if it doesn't work out. We're not advocating this strategy. This is not a good way to get a home. But what we are advocating is be prepared to be the next one to step in. Be the hero that saves the day because the first offer fell out. So whether it's actually being a formal backup offer or it's your agent continuing to follow up and let the listing agent know you're still there and still interested, you may find that you end up getting to be the hero and land the place of your dreams by being patient and persistent. Are you ready for the fight in spring buying season 2022? Are you just going to hunker down? Let us know in the comments below. We want to hear from you. Make sure you subscribe to our free weekly email newsletter where we cover topics like this, plus a whole lot more for buyers and sellers and tenants and landlords. And check out this video called Don't Buy Now Unless. We released it over a year ago. It's one of our most popular, and we had 5 important questions you need to answer before buying. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Christian Walsh, real estate agent with Wire Associates, and we appreciate you.